Hello and welcome to What's Map for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here, how are you doing? Right, it's Wednesday. We have had 2 below par maps so far this week. I think below par is the polite way of putting it, especially when one of them, shall we say, we had some fun yesterday. Did we not have some fun yesterday? Did we? Oh yeah, somebody's agreed we didn't have any fun yesterday. Anyway, today's map, I promise you, is much better. You can probably tell already it's based on a terrain party map, and it's unassuming. It's not the best map you will have ever seen, but I promise you it's better than it appears. And it appears okay, and it's better than okay, so we're on a winner. Also, fans of the show and fans of me squirming with the German language will have already seen the name of this map and will be prepared for me to struggle. So thanks. Thank you so much for caring. Anyway, here comes your daily reminder. You know what to do now. Here it comes. 3, 2, 1. Come on. Roll up, roll up, roll up. Yes, by clicking like you really do help the channel, and hopefully will get me to be one of the world's biggest internet tycoons. Yeah, that's unlikely, but I'll take full-time YouTuber. That would do for me. Okay, here we go. Today's map is Kiel, Schleswig-Holstein. Kiel, Schleswig-Holstein. Something like that. By Lewis or Louis. One or the other, I'm not quite sure which. There's your start square, a little bit of a poke of a highway in the bottom corner, and the resources are usable but also very modernistic. What do we need off the workshop? Well, it's a mass transit map. There's a few bits to subscribe to. The Euro 4K map theme is going to hopefully make it look beautiful. There's quite a few trees and props as well. The theme is 4K, of course, and the LUT is the Vibrant Realism LUT. It's also written in German for all of you native German speakers who are going to be laughing at me saying Kiel, Schleswig-Holstein. Okay, as I said, unassuming. Everything's pretty on point. I mean, we've got no glitching. We've got a nice flow there, nice smooth slopes. Perfect heights on these intersection roads. Everything's very gentle and calming. We've got this tree. This tree here wants to be the star of this show by clipping through that highway, but that's as bad as it gets. There's really nothing any worse than that in this map. We've got a few set pieces, that's what I'm trying to say, as well, like this little castle here with the flag. Now, of course, we've got a little one-way system around here. You'd have to basically demolish the whole of that to extend that road out. But it's a nice little set piece. It won't last. It's got to go. It's got to go. You can't do anything with it in place. Anyway, back to the roads. Now, there is a fairly decent road network. In fact, it's based on the actual Kiel road network as well. And oh, hang on a second, we have another intersection coming up. Let's have a look at this one. This one is pull back. It's okay. Got a little bit of traffic build up here. We will come back and have a look at this later. Slight glitching at the intersection, but minor stuff. I'm going to let that go. But yeah, where it's merging in, it's causing a bit of trouble. Could that be early map issues with the game loading? Don't know. Come back and have a look later on. There's your start square. Only little problem with that is without anarchy, you won't be able to build out from those highways because they're right touching each other. But other than that, there's no issue with that at all. If you've got to move it, you can obviously shunt it across. Yes, there's a reasonably good network. It's not massively extensive on this particular map. It's not an overkill situation by any stretch of the imagination. And we're not going to look at all of it. We're just going to take one route from one edge of the map to another edge of the map. Now this intersection though does have a missing connection. If we want to get down to that roundabout ahead of us now, well, this pull-off doesn't take us anywhere near it. I mean, it only takes us down to the left or straight on. What we'll do is let's follow the off-ramp backwards. Follow it backwards. It comes back this way, and yeah, it splits those two directions only. So if you want to get there from the way we're facing now, you can't do it. That's an oddity. Very strange one there. An oversight, I think we'll call that one. Anyway, yeah, that's as bad as this map gets. Probably not that clipping tree. That particular missing connection. Follow the road along. It's good highway work. Very nice highway work. A little bit of a split now with some nice detailing down the middle. Nice and bushy. Couple of bridges over the river. Perfect. I'm not going to really look at those in any detail because there's not really much to see. And we'll follow off towards... it's got to be the edge of the map, isn't it? Is that the edge of the map coming? I don't think there's anything else over there, is there? Yeah, come on. Anything? No, definitely coming towards the edge of the map. Which means we can have a look at the rail. Now if we can find some rail. Oh, there's some. Well, we'll follow that one. Now, you can expect the rail to be as high a standard as the road. So basically what we'll do is we'll take this opportunity to say, as this is the boring bit, hit that subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber, because we do maps 6 days a week and all sorts of other stuff as well. We're having a bit of a party over here. One of the fastest growing YouTube channels called BonBonB, no less actually. Now we've got this nice incline here, taking us up to the rail bridge. Very smooth, very smart. My only little grumble here, and this is, I think, a procedural object issue. Very nice over that side. Nice rock work. I mean, not entirely sold on it, but yeah. The procedural mod, I think, has been used to stretch out this rail line, and we're getting this glitching. It's kind of tucked away and hidden, but not tucked away and hidden. So, I thought I'd point that out as well. Just a minor thing. Across the whole scheme of it, that's like as bad as this map gets, really. the tree and the intersection and the procedural mod stretching. But other than that, everything's perfect. Of course it is. It's very nice. Yeah, everything's good. Nice smooth rail line along what makes a sensible route. So, left or right? Then we'll go right, because we've got rail on both sides of the highway. So we'll see how these two come back together. That's going to be of interest, isn't it? Hopefully it'll be hopefully it'll be just smooth like this. Look at this. That's really nice work. Very happy with that. Well, Lewis, you have you've surprised me. You really have. Not a bad network. Okay, based on the real thing. Also based on the real thing, it's time for that asset review. As we head off to Assetville and Asset Corner, and we've got Find Build's the latest work. Oh, Find Build, you spoil us. Old cooling tower, power plant. It's exactly what it says, really. Produces power. We've got some very nice stairs going up the sides. It's completely believable from where I'm standing, and it is old. This is an old design. It's definitely not one of the modern nuclear power station types. Check the texture at the bottom of the cooling tower, though. I reckon that looks a little bit like an old sack. Does that look like old sacking material to you? Bit of hemp? I think so. But that, I mean, it's not an issue. It's really not a bother for me. But I just thought I'd point it out. That's what it looked like to me. It's a little bit of a conversation piece. So, old cooling tower power plant by Find Build. Today's beautiful asset of the day. So we now head over to Themington Island for Permaculture Map Theme by Not Done Yet, with Rocket Pants Cool, After Dark, LUT. There we are. We've got a couple of factoids today, both about fame. The pavement outside Grauman's Chinese Theatre contains the imprints, not only of Star's hands and feet, but also Jimmy Durante's nose print, Trigger's hoof prints, and Betty Grable's leg prints. I bet that's a big old paving slab, that one. And the other one, and this one really jumped out for me. I really like this one. Shirley Temple, her with the curly hair. Made much of her fortune by reproducing and selling the dresses that she wore in her films. If you've seen any Shirley Temple films, those were pretentious dresses. She was a really pretentious little child star, and she was just loved, absolutely loved across the world. One of the world's first true child stars there. Anyway, that's it from Themington Island. Thank you very much, Themington. Back to Kiel, Schleswig. I know I get it wrong. Schleswig-Holstein, and by Lewis. And shipping routes. We've got a shipping route that comes in this way, and then it goes up the river either side of this lighthouse island, under the bridge, and then under a couple of other bridges. The question is, that arched bridge looks like it might be an issue. Is it an issue? There's only one way to find out. Shall we zoom in there and have a look? Ooh, you lucky. And we'll move on to the next scene. Okay, water flow. Lots of water flow. Yeah, we've got rivers. We have rivers, and they have lots and lots of water flow. That's the main river anyway, with lots and lots. I mean, it really pours out. Look at this. No problem at all getting rid of your squits there, is there? If we go over this side, it's a slightly lighter water flow over here, but still good coming out from those routes. And there's also like a couple of little rivers like these. I advise not using these for a water source or sewage solutions. This one possibly for sewage. Once again, not enough water in there to draw for a big city, but yes, all very nice indeed. Let's have a look at the map overview. The fields are okay. I think they're a good shape and they're a really good size. They are believably sized. I don't think they jump out as being the massively most believable fields. Good selection of trees, if I'm honest with you. I really like them. We're not talking forests, we're just talking clumps. Although the tree selection is great, I'm not sold massively on the placements. Don't know exactly what I'm saying there, but that's what I'm saying. A little bit of a marshy water source here, which I kind of buy into, but I'd like to see a little bit more foliage in this area to kind of like blend it into the environment. It's just kind of like a plot marshy water source. We've got a couple of bridges there, all good. These I don't buy into at all. First of all, they're too close together. There's no way you could ever get a boat in between them. They're a bit high. In fact, you can't actually get up the stairs. So too high at ground level, too high at water level. And yeah, and two of them together just emphasises the fact that they're identical assets. I know I've used them. I've got two in my particular map build at the moment, but they're completely opposite sides of the map and used completely differently. So that's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it. If you don't like my excuse, tweet me at Edge of the Sofa, of course. The island with the rock work. I'm seeing this rock work a little bit on this map. It's okay. It's just not marvellous, and I blame that as much on the asset as the actual work itself. I probably wouldn't have done that myself. A little bit of rock work around those harbours as well. Got lots of quays as well, a bit lining the rivers. I don't have a problem with that because it's a city. This is unique. Not seen this before. We've got a cottage and we've got a show jumping arena. This is really quite nice indeed. I don't want to see it again from anybody because it's a nice novelty. It doesn't add anything to the map, and you just know that that's one of the first things you're going to actually be demolishing. It's not the world's greatest asset either, which is popped in there, but it's nice creative use, and for that a little nod in your direction. Let's check that traffic out. Yeah, it's still tailing back a little bit. It's not horrendous, but it could be a lot worse actually once the traffic starts coming out from the city out of that intersection there. That's going to cause problems. So yes, this particular intersection will become a little bit of a hotbed for traffic. Now's your chance to vote for the map. It's a 1-star map. Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Stick your vote up in the top now, and we'll see what you, the public, think, shall we? One last little thing to look at while you're doing that. We've got a little island here with, it looks like a bench, but it's not. It's obviously a monolithic thing, and it's all good. Right, what do I think of the map? Aesthetically, it's a bit meh, considering the amount of assets that you have to subscribe to, and they are very nice. The whole thing comes together okay, but it doesn't pop. I can only give it 3 stars for aesthetics. However, for detailing, the detailing's pretty good across the board. There's nothing badly wrong with it. It's just lacking a little bit of final polish. I'm going to give it. It's kind of like a low 4, a low to mid 4. But no more than that. So 4 stars. Gameplay potential, I wanted to give it a 5, but that intersection with the missing connection, and of course we've got a little bit of traffic flow issue as well. Can't give it 5 stars because of that, but I can give it a very solid 4 stars. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, so that's Kiel, Schleswig-Holstein by Lewis, and that's an unassumingly good map. Can't quite give it the seal of approval, just because it's just lacking, but not by much. It's so close. Everybody, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. Your chance to vote on an old map is on screen now if you want to go back and have a look at that one and give it a mark if you enjoy voting on maps. And of course yesterday's map has that as well. And tonight we'll be having a little bit of map making. Join me for that. I'd love to have you along. Thanks for watching. I'll see you very, very soon.